The Pokemon anime is in a very interesting place right now, and once again we've got some topics to talk about before the new 11 episode series kicks off, so let's get into it and I hope you enjoy. So once again, like the last video, we're just going to have a nice chill chat off the cuff, and I pretty much enjoy these type of videos, just talking my raw thoughts coming straight out rather than scripting, because it just feels a lot more natural, and I hope you guys enjoyed this as well, so let me know. But first, I want to talk about the top 10 moments of 2022. I was going to make a video on this, but again, I did start scripting it and it just didn't really feel right. It didn't feel like I was enjoying making it. So I decided to just put it into this video as one of the topics, and I thought it would come across better. So I'm going to go across the top 10 moments of 2022 in the Pokemon anime. There was a lot of good moments, but here are the 10 that I think made 2022 a pretty good year for the anime. So in number 10 we have Ash and Leon's bonding adventure in the forest. This aired all the way back in March, so quite a while ago, but this is just an episode that I felt we really needed in Journeys at this point. We hadn't seen much of Leon other than the Darkest Day, where we didn't really get much of his personality, we just saw him being defeated. But this really fleshed him out. This showed his difficulties as a champion. You know, when he's at the top, there's nowhere else to go. Like, people are going to come at you, and when you make mistakes, you'll feel it and it will hit you hard. And Leon dove into his loss against Eternatus, and it helped flesh out his character. It's a shame we didn't get more of this after this one episode, but this was such a good episode, so it deserves to be on this list. And then into number 9 we have Paul returning, and as I've said many times, I thought this episode could have been a lot better. Paul returning was my biggest excitement for this series. I'd say behind Gary, those two are always my favourite characters in Pokemon, and to see Paul again was so special. But I just thought he turned up kind of out of nowhere, out of the bush. It was funny, but why was he there? Like, what was he doing? He didn't really explain. He went to Oak to get advice or something about being the new gym leader, but he didn't flesh out his character. We haven't seen him in so long, and it didn't show what he's been doing or how he's been training, like anything. It just kind of like, here's Paul. He caught a bunch of Pokemon that the champions have just to help Ash. It was weird. It was very weird, but it was still a really good episode, so that's why it's number 9. I just feel like Paul, whenever he turns up in Sinnoh, he has a lot more to say. You know, he's always got something to teach Ash in his own weird, mean way. Like, he always has a point to make. He's always the know-it-all to say the last word. Like, I just thought he was... Obviously, he's relaxed a lot since losing to Ash, but he had to be more here. Like, he had to say more, he had to do more. It was just a battle, and his character didn't really come across as the best in this episode, I don't think. But still, it was amazing to see him. Lack of dialogue for him. He was still really good in battle. The battle itself helped Ash immensely. And, you know, we got his famous lines, like, stand by for battle. And, yeah, it was great to see him back, but it could have been a lot more. And people say it's, like, the greatest return of all time, which I don't agree with, but, you know, it was still good. I do need to hurry this video up, or it will be like 10 hours long. So number 8 was Ash versus Raihan, and Ash making the top 8. This was just a massive moment for Ash, like seeing him up on the board with everyone else. It was just a huge moment for him in his career as a trainer, and I think we all celebrated that a lot when we saw that. Number 7 is Serena returning, which the whole community wanted for ages. Personally, not my favourite return in Journeys, but they did really good development for her character. She didn't need Ash to hold her hand to grow. She showed that she can do it on her own. It's just a shame that they kind of wasted her development on Chloe, when Chloe didn't amount to much, so it would have been better just to see her interacting with Ash or someone else. And then number 6 is Clement and Bonnie return. This is better of the 2 Kalos returns, in my opinion. They helped Ash for his goal to defeat Drasna, training up Sirfetch'd and Dracovish, so they did a lot for the plot, and they're just amazing. Like, they're such good characters. Seeing them both back on screen, like, Clement is one of Ash's best companions, Bonnie is adorable. It was just a good time and a good episode. Number 5, Lucario and Greninja training. An amazing episode. It shows off how much of a powerhouse Greninja actually is. It's tap dancing around Ash's Lucario like it's nothing. And again, it was just a nice portrayal of Ash's Greninja. I think they handled Kalos really well in this series, and rightfully so. And then it kind of explored this aura connection with Lucario and kind of compared the bond phenomenon to Ash and Lucario's aura connection, which was... I actually thought they handled that quite well in explaining the power and the levels of Ash's Lucario. And then in number 4 we have Ash versus Cynthia. This was a huge battle that had to happen after such a long time. We saw Ash dreaming about it on Dawn's couch, and then it finally happens. It was good, but it was overshadowed massively by the next one, and there was also a few moments in the battle that could have been better. Number 3 is Ash's champion return to Alola, and you can't get better than this Alola celebration. This was peak Journeys for me, just watching Ash stand in that huge stadium, like everyone in Alola is there, his friends, his family, just everyone's there, and they're all just chanting champion, and it was, one of them moments that just hits you. It just seems like whenever Alola is involved in the anime, it's just going to be emotional, and it's going to be more personal for Ash and his story. So it was just an amazing way to go back to Alola. And number 2 is another Alola sort of episode. It's Lily reuniting with Mahone. Firstly, it was a 10 out of 10 episode because the writing, the tension, the music, everything was perfect. The little piano riff that she's playing at the start, everything was just set up perfectly. And then as the episode goes on, it just gets better and better. Ash reunites with Lily. We find out what's happening with this Niall Lego, and it's just an amazing episode. Gladion gets it in the end as well, which was cool. There was just so much cool stuff happening, and Sun and Moon just doesn't miss. The writers come back and they just make banger episodes. It was 10 out of 10, and it's probably the second best episode in Journeys, behind what is my number 1 moment, which is Tracy Sketchit returning, not even in the flesh. Like, I'm talking about the little cameo bubble that we got in like episode 69 or whatever. Tracy returning, that's number 1. I don't think anyone could tell me there was a better moment in Journeys than seeing Tracy Sketchit back. Like, there just wasn't. Like, Ash didn't do much in this series. He didn't win the Pokemon World Championship or anything like that. We didn't see a flashback of all his old Pokemon, but we did see Tracy Sketchit. So that'll bring me on to my next topic. So the next topic is, will Ash finally become a Pokemon Master? And this is in preparation for the 11 episode series, which is actually called Aim to be a Pokemon Master. And we got the little trailer with Gary asking, what does it actually mean? And Ash is just like, I have no clue, buddy. Like, someone tell me what it means, because I don't think Ash actually knows at this point. But we need to know. Like, someone needs to tell us what this actually means, and I hope these 11 episodes does a good enough job wrapping it up in a nice way. Even if he doesn't make it to a Pokemon Master, which I think he will, still just make this goal clear to us. What does Ash actually need to do? Does he need to just be all-being, all-knowing about everything, caught every Pokemon, won every battle? Like, I have no idea what this actually means. I hope he actually catches some more Pokemon. I will talk about one I want him to catch a bit later, but why not? Just let him catch some more Pokemon. They did it in Journeys. They were like, yeah, we're going to give him Lucario, Gengar, Dragonite Pokemon that everyone's wanted him to have. So they should do it again here. Obviously, we're not going to get much time with these new Pokemon if he does catch them, but who cares? Like, just make a statement, do some crazy, wild shenanigans. You're bringing back companions like Misty and Brock. Brock's finally going to get a girlfriend. Just do some crazy stuff. And just as long as they make sure we know what the final definition of a Pokemon Master is, because he's been saying this since episode 1 of the anime. Like, that's 25 years, over 1200 episodes, and we still don't know what it actually means. I just hope it turns out to be something really cool and impactful for Ash and his journey, and something we can just celebrate and look back upon. And I'm really just looking forward to these 11 episodes. Hopefully it's not like being a Pokemon Master is the friends we made along the way. Something like that would just be really annoying. But I don't think they'll do that. But I'm really looking forward to these 11 episodes. What sort of story are we going to get? I don't know. We have one episode description out so far, and I'm going to get onto that in a bit with my next topic. I haven't actually read it yet, so it's going to be my raw thoughts on that. But other episodes, it could be anything. It could be like Ash battling trainers he's battled before. He finally battles Surge again. Imagine he battles Gary Oak again, and we get another amazing battle between them two, and that could be like a push towards, what actually is it? You need to decide what it is. Gary pushing him, and he gives him a battle for it. That would be really good. But we'll see, and I'm really looking forward to this series. I'm just happy to see the OG trio back together, Brock and Misty. So I'm really looking forward to it starting on January the 13th. And finally, we're going to be talking about the first episode description that has been released. And we have the title and the summary. It is called The Winds of Beginning, The Endless Road. That already sounds really cool. It sounds like Ash is starting on a new journey, which means the winds of beginning. The Endless Road could refer to Ash just, never stopping his journey and always having something new to do. And let's read the description. It is Ash and Pikachu continue their adventure in the direction the wind blows. This is similar to how journeys end, with Ash like going with his gut on where to go, interacting with wild Pokemon along their way. Team Rocket are close behind, still plotting to steal Pikachu, and Pikachu and Ash spend their days on this endless adventure in a certain forest. They encounter the injured legendary Pokemon LATIAS. Not much hints at what could be happening. We already knew LATIAS was going to be appearing in the series, but we didn't know it would be the very first episode, but obviously we do now. And it sounds like this episode picks up right after Journeys finishes. Obviously he told his mum and his Pokemon that he's going on another adventure. He says he won't see them for a while, so I'm guessing this is what this endless journey or adventure is going to be, unless he goes home first and gets some different Pokemon or whatever. But he could just still be out after the last shot that we saw him in Journeys. And then obviously Team Rocket is still there. I think Journeys have also set up this. They saw Giovanni and they said they're still going after the strongest Pokemon in the world, which is Pikachu. It was nice to hear them actually say that. But Giovanni, again, what are you doing, bro? Like, they're not going to catch him. I really don't know why this guy keeps funding their crazy schemes. Like, they are never going to catch Pikachu. Maybe one day. Maybe Ash will just like give them Pikachu for like a week, tease them, pretend that they actually succeeded, and then Pikachu will just like go back to Ash. Maybe they'll get their 1 week of happiness. But then Ash encounters LATIAS, an injured legendary Pokemon. I can already feel vibes from this that Ash is going to nurse it back to health. It's just going to be an adventure. I don't think any of his other Pokemon will appear. Maybe we'll see some of his Journeys Pokemon, but I kind of hope not. This could be the start of just Ash, Pikachu on their own, and they are helping this LATIAS. And then what I was going to say is I hope Ash catches it. I know everyone's been saying this and it's the most clickbaity thing to do, but since that 5th movie I've always wanted Ash to get one. I just feel like it suits him. It would be cool. Obviously it's not going to be the same one that kissed him, because that would be stupid, but you know, they've shared a bond in the past. He shared a bond with a LATIAS in the past, so it makes sense. I think he should catch it. You know, who knows, he could go and battle Tobias. We could have a rematch. Everyone's wanted this. This is one storyline that's not been tied up. He could go and beat Tobias, who I suppose is currently looming as the only trainer that he's not really proven he's stronger than, I guess, because he was annihilated by Tobias because he had legendaries. And we've never seen Tobias again. He could have just not competed in any other tournaments, because I'm sure he would be champion if he carried on going the way he was going at the Sinnoh League, because he was just destroying everyone. But he wasn't in the Masters 8. Obviously Ash never beat Alan and a few other trainers like Lance, who Ash has never battled or beat, but Ash won the Pokemon World Championship, so everyone in that Masters 8, Ash came above them, so we have proof that he is stronger than them, you know, statistically. And then, but there's Tobias, who didn't compete, so he's kind of the only one that Ash can't really say he's stronger than. So that could be the battle that we get, and I think I'd enjoy it, because we need some battles in these final 11 episodes. We need something to excite us, and a bit of battle action would be really good to end off Ash's journey. And maybe it'll just be like a 2-on-2, Pikachu and LATIAS versus Darkrai and Latios, and Ash would win. Pikachu takes down Darkrai and LATIAS takes down Latios. It would be cool to see, but I'm not too sure they're going to do anything crazy like this, but who knows. I want to see some weird, wacky stuff happening in this last 11 episodes. I want to see Ash do some madness and just, you know, go all out. This is Ash's last journey. Just do what you got to do. Have a bit of fun. Let him battle. Let him let loose. Let him catch some new Pokemon. And just let him show why he's the champ, and show why we all love him as a protagonist. But that is it for this video. Please let me know all of your thoughts on these topics. What were your favourite moments of 2022 in Pokemon Journeys? Do you think Ash will catch LATIAS, and is there a chance Tobias comes back to battle Ash? Also, just let me know your thoughts on the 11 episode series. What do you think is going to happen? What sort of episodes are we going to get? Be sure to let me know in the comments. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.